All right, we're here.
We're here.
Y- You would
We're
think
live.
after like 8 of these, we would have this down, but we don't.
It's always something. No matter what it is, it's always something. I don't like the way this color. I forgot how to change this. So this is why we need to get back
There's a
together
little button on the bottom,
on the bottom.
little
What are you
tiny
doing?
dot button.
No, it's this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, but don't press that.
No, that changes the mic settings.
Bye. I'm live. Bye. See you later. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay. I usually do purple. No, that
Yep.
blue is pretty. Okay. It matches my shirt too.
Oh
It's been a
boy.
while.
It has been a while. It's been over a month again. Um
Hmm.
and we've just been so busy. Like I'm still not really settled. Like this was a challenge to get time settled down. I'm working too much and vacation and you
Try
moved and
just trying to catch up with life. Especially it seems
yes,
like summer is in like fast speed mode. It's like it's not slowing down.
it's not. And we're
Mm-mm.
leaving next weekend to go to Georgia. So we'll be gone for a week. And I'm like,
Ooh. See,
it's
I
so
need
much
to take
work.
some trips. I wouldn't go on a vacation.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
I'm logging into our Notion now. I had it on my other laptop, but I went ahead and put it on here. Let's see. So ask me the question. Did I finish the book? Come on. Come on.
I'm very curious because I feel like there's no way you finished this book.
You want to know where I am in the book? Because you're
Um, chapter 25.
no. I am. I have 43 minutes left.
Listen,
43. That's it. And I even sped it up. So I was listening at it too.
okay.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, that's still quite a bit of book left.
No,
Um,
not that much.
I'm telling you, up into the last chapter, stuff is happening.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
we'll make it work.
it's not one of the ones that like you feel like you get a resolution at like 96% and then the last
It
four
goes
is
all
just
the
like a
way.
little bit. No, this is a
Okay.
duology or a trilogy at least. So they set everything up for the next book, kind of like how she did with One Dark Window. So up to that last
Oh,
page,
it's like high speed. Okay. Well, that
and
makes sense. I could see it having some more
I
stuff to it.
was curious. And so with the way things were going, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know where this is going. So I can't say I guessed all of it, but I think some of the major things I did get. And just like One Dark Window, there's some elements to this magic and stuff that aren't clear to me, but
Mhm.
it's still really interesting. I mean, yeah. So
The magic system was unique. I will give it that. It was unique. I think she does a really good job with different magic systems. She's very
did
creative
um
with that.
did you back down from the smut statement? Because I there was like one scene. I'll be honest, I did just skip to the next chapter when that scene hit. Um, I was like, I don't really need this, but it was
There
only
was
one.
just it just seemed like the whole first part of the book for me was just smut. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know what you were seeing.
I don't know. I guess it was just like how they lived, like explaining like the first few chapters of how they actually lived. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? I had to start it like I think 4 times, 3 or 4 times I restarted the
Jeez.
book. And if I didn't keep restarting it, I know I would have finished, but I had to keep restarting.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. So I was working today, and I had a good chunk of the book left, and so I was
Hmm.
working and listening, and then we had to go somewhere for dinner for my father-in-law's birthday. So
Okay.
we were there. So I had like an hour and 20 minutes left in the audiobook, and so I had to stop. And so we're like fixing stuff, and I'm trying to help them figure out something with some technology over at their house, and I'm like, I gotta go by 5:30 because I need an hour to finish.
To
So I left at
finish.
5:30, and I would have finished like 2 minutes ago because if I didn't skip that sex scene. But because I skipped that sex scene, which was like 8 minutes of listening time, I finished like
Mhm.
10 minutes ago. 10 minutes before we were supposed to start.
I almost finished, but I paused because I was cooking dinner.
Yeah.
And it was like I needed to concentrate on cooking dinner because I didn't want to mess it up.
I will say that I don't
But I
think that
almost finished.
the ending is going to like take you from like a 1 to a 5. Like nothing crazy is happening.
Mhm.
Um if you were at a 3, you might boost it a little bit. You might knock it down. It could have a little bit of sway, but overall, I don't think it was that crazy of an ending. So, I
Mhm.
think whatever you can decide here in a minute on your
Mhm.
rating will be accurate. But
Okay.
um, before we start jumping into that, I think
Mhm.
maybe we should have a quick discussion on the elephant in the room in the top right corner because I don't know when we're gonna film another episode. Now, I think this is
Mhm.
this is good. I think
Okay.
it was good for us to realize summer is not for us. And so
No.
we can plan our
Mm-mm.
seasons around
Yes.
fall, and then when
And
summer
winter.
kicks on, we take the summer off.
I think that's a good idea, especially like we made it to, didn't we make it to 10 episodes?
We did.
Okay. So maybe like that's like season 1.
Yeah.
And then we would have like a season 2 where we kick up maybe in like late August, maybe
That's what I was
September.
thinking, mid-month, maybe we
Mhm.
try to do something for August,
Okay.
because I have to plan. So we have back to school stuff. We've got a little
Mhm.
pool party for my kids that's gonna happen with all their friends from school so we can get everybody back together, and then
Okay.
my niece graduated high school, so we're throwing her a
Ooh.
graduation party. So
Okay.
we gotta
That's
do that.
exciting.
Then it's
Okay.
fair week, and then the kids go back to
All of the
school.
things. All of the things.
So I'm thinking we can maybe squeeze an episode in here in August. If not, we
Mhm.
can film in August and it'll premiere in September.
I think
So
that will work.
September
If
to
we spend,
May, I think that's okay.
yeah, that's what, 7 months?
Yeah. No, that's 9.
Oh, that's even better. Okay.
Yeah. So we figure if we get to doing 2 episodes regularly a month,
Mhm.
that's 18 episodes. I mean, between 15 and 20 episodes, I think that's a good
Mhm.
amount.
And then we have our techie stuff figured out. So I figured out how to do the virtual background. My lighting is not so terrible like last time.
You don't
So
have
we
that
have
light behind you.
oh, it was so terrible. And then he had that ugly little thing in a
That thing
way.
is
Oh,
bright.
it was atrocious. But we are slowly figuring out our space. We're actually going to get like a room divider because our basement is also our gym. So we started using our, gym equipment and stuff that we had before. So it's like I had to put a virtual background on because if not, you can kind of see it. It's I have my bike in the corner and I have like our weight bench and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? We'll just throw a virtual background on there and see how that looks.
It works
You
fine.
know, it
I
works. I
mean,
wish it wasn't a brick
I
wall,
was gonna
but
say maybe we not choose a brick wall to replace the brick wall that's behind you, but,
the only other option was like a living room
can you
something, and
not
I'm like,
upload your own?
I don't know. I didn't have enough time to figure that part out,
Well, we'll
but I
figure it out.
will.
We'll get a
Yes.
real background.
We'll figure it out. Even if I just have like a plain wall or something behind me, I'm
Yeah,
like, even that's better. But this brick wall stuff, it's better than what it was the first day. So I take it.
correct. Um, and then so the good news is in the fall, after Labor Day, the
Hmm.
library starts opening again on Sundays. So
Oh,
we'll be able to maybe do some in-persons again. Um,
okay.
but also we want to get to the point where we're using more video format.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so we'll do some testing in August and just try and film something
Okay.
and make sure that it looks good, and we can make that happen. And then we'll just plan to film that way for at least one episode of each month. And then if we want to do an actual collaborated thing, or if it works, it works. Like. But
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to that point where we're more video format, because the audio only format is just it's limiting our audience.
It is. But you know what? We worked and we made it through our first 10 episodes. I think that's the one that we need to celebrate because we recorded 10 episodes
Now
and we
I'm
went
panicked.
live.
Did we make 10?
I feel like we made 10. We better have made 10.
We might be at 9. Let me go check YouTube.
I think we're at 10.
I don't know anymore.
I
It's
feel
been
like
months.
I feel like we're 10 at 10.
All right, let's see here. We made 10.
Woo!
Episode 10, April recap. That was our last episode.
Okay.
April recap. So May?
Has it really been that long?
We didn't do anything in May.
May
And
was crazy. No, we went live. May was
we did some
the
live stuff.
okay. I'm about to say we did something in May.
We did. It went live in May. It was an April recap, but that was the
Mm-hmm.
last one we did, which was I think mid to late May. So I mean, 2 straight months. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it.
No, because we still managed to still do the book club stuff. So that still
Yes, we
puts
did.
something there.
Which we're halfway. To me, as long as we have the live show before the 15th of the next month, because otherwise it just feels too late.
No, we'll have to do it before then because kids start school. So
Yeah.
we'll have to do like maybe the first week, I'm thinking.
So
Um,
yeah, I mean, it'll probably, the first week is literally like the second, um, the third or something like that. So I'm thinking like the 10th will work
we'll do
next
it by
month.
the second week.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
that
do it
works.
by the second week. Yeah. I'll have it read by then. That gives me some time.
Um, you better start. Listen, because I'm liking
I
it.
need to do the book trip one first. I need to do the book trip one first. I
I got
have to do that
two
one first.
book trips due. I've only got one. Oh no, I got them both by me. But I got asked for book trip to do pick up. Somebody dropped this one, and it's a big one, and I've not read from this author before, so I was excited because it's a book that I was like, do I want to read it? Do I not? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Catabasis by R.F. Kuang,
Oh, I'm so angry.
and it's big. Um,
I wanted that one.
it's 550 pages, and it's high prose because it's academic. So there's a lot in there, which
Okay, can we just pause for a moment to say how jealous I am the fact that you're reading that book and I don't have it?
um, I will say this: I had another book um, that I requested, and I should have known better. And so,
Mm-hmm.
let me say this publicly: I will not be picking up. Oh, I can't say that. There will be another book I pick up from this author. However, I've already
Okay.
started that series, and she's co-authoring it with somebody, and I kind of like it.
Okay.
But Cassandra Caw, she has a book coming out called "The Library at Hellebore," and it's coming
Hellebore.
out in a couple weeks. I
Okay.
had to DNF it. It
Caleb
it's
DNF'd a book.
I had to tell. I'm like, maybe I'll finish it eventually, but in her past books, she has overused the F word.
Oh,
In one of her books, she used it 699 times,
you're
and the
kidding.
book is less than 200 pages long.
Oh no. Yeah, I would have DNF'd that.
I didn't read that one. Now I read another one that's less than 100 pages long, and I don't have the exact number, but at one point in one paragraph, she used it 6 times. So, and I
Wow.
remember writing the review going, "This is ridiculous." Like, because all of
Mm-hmm.
the other pros for in it was so high. And I'm like, okay, we get it. You're smart and we're not. But also, I can use other dialogue terms than the F word. So I guess I'm still better than
Right.
you.
There's other things. There's other things that you can use instead of
And it's
using that.
used a
I
lot
totally
in
get
this
it.
book so far. And that's not the main reason I DNF'd it. It's just she doesn't write characters very well. None of the characters were interesting. And they're all like spunky and like I love spunky, but like just kind of pretentious and I DNF'd it.
Mhm.
I had to reach out to Katie and go, "Katie, sorry, I can't do it." She's like, "No problem." I'm like, "Thanks," 'cause I mean, I can write the review, but you're not gonna like it. Um, the
Of course, I
publisher's
looked
not
in
gonna
here to
like what I
see
write.
if your book was in NetGalley because I was going to request it because
Yeah.
I wanted it.
So far, so good. I'm only a couple chapters in. It is a really good book. It has a cool premise. It's actually kinda ninth housey, um, because, um,
Maybe I don't want that one.
I mean, it's dark academia. She has to go to hell to save her professor, but it's definitely less, I don't know, you're in it really quickly. She's already an
Mhm.
academic, so I might be a little bit better for you, but I'll see how it goes when I get a little bit further through. And then the other book that I have is Hemlock and Silver, which is a Snow White retelling by T. Kingfisher, and
Oh,
it's going well. I'm 100 pages into it. It's 350 pages long.
okay.
Um, she definitely is spending a lot of time. She's a poison and, yeah, antidote kind of specialist.
Mhm.
So that's why she's being called to Snow, because they think Snow is being poisoned. And
Oh.
but they're spending a lot of time talking about poisons and antidotes, and 100 pages, and we just got to the kingdom where, Snow White's at. So I mean, it's
Okay.
definitely not like super fast, but I like T. Kingfisher's fantasy writing, so I'm having a good time. That one will be coming
That's
out,
good.
2 weeks.
That's good. The only one that I have, I was actually going to, while I'm down here and I have all this fancy lighting and stuff, I was going to record my unboxing, but I'll show you mine. I can do that.
Ooh, see, that's the Stacey Willingham, and I did look that up.
Mhm.
Um,
It sounds like it's going to be really good, and I've actually never read anything by Stacey Willingham, but I kind of think I'm in my like thriller vibe kind of thing right now because I just finished King of Ashes, as you know,
yeah,
and that book was awesome. That book was awesome. 5 stars. I definitely enjoyed that book. And I wish I actually would have read it sooner, but I kind of like that I waited for the hype to die down a little bit before I read it. But I did definitely enjoy, and I think like I said, I'm in my thriller vibes kind of right now because I haven't even picked up any like true romance or historical fiction or anything like that. It's just been like thrillers recently. And then
I mean,
the
that's
Demon
okay.
Stream book too, and A Little Life. So I'm kind of still floating with those. I haven't finished them yet, but I did get further in A Little Life.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we know you're broken.
I'm still broken. Yep, with a smile on my face, I'm still broken.
Um,
And it was heavy too. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, this is definitely taking a turn that I didn't really expect to take the turn in the book.
mhm,
But it was just like one of those where you're like, whoa. But I kept reading. Or I kept
okay.
reading it. Hmm.
I
But I
definitely,
still do like it.
Stacey Willingham. So I looked up because I'm like, I read one book by her. I have A Flicker in the Dark, and that was one of the books that we put up for our book club months
Hmm.
ago. It was A Flicker in the Dark, and I think the guest list one of those other Alice Feeney books.
Hmm.
And we ended up going with the Alice Feeney one, which was fine. I heard A Flicker in the Dark is incredible and great. I
Okay.
read All the Dangerous Things, and it's about a mother's who's trying to get her kidnapped child back, and
Okay.
sounds like pulse pounding. But 90% of that book was spent just like, woe is me, sad, sad, sad. Like, find your child. It's been
Like, what are you
months.
doing? Find your
Like
kid.
it's been a lot of time. This child has been in someone else's possession for a
Wow.
long time. And so it just, and then when like, whether it's a happy ending or a sad ending, just felt
Hmm.
like I wasn't invested at that point. So kudos to the writing other than the character. I felt like a thriller. It just, unfortunately, I think the story didn't lend itself. So I do want to do A Flicker in the Dark. So you'll have to let
Okay.
me know. Now, if I didn't like this one and you don't end up liking that one, then I'm not touching that other one.
Okay. I'll let you know because I do plan on reading it this week. I have to get my review in by the end of the month. So that's why I'm like, I have to read this
Yeah.
one first.
That's why I've been
And
pushing to get mine because we're going to be going all next week. So I plan on
mm-hmm.
taking. I'd like to finish this, but I have to read it with my eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going to try and finish this before we leave on Saturday, and then I'm going to take Catabasis with me to
Okay.
do while we're down there because it's a bunch of families. We're just going to a house in the mountains down in Georgia, and they've got
Rub
a
it in, why don't
pool.
you?
And I know, right?
Rub it in. It's just a house. Yeah.
Listen, it's a free house too. We didn't have to pay for it.
That's
Um,
awesome.
that's the
That's
only
gonna be
reason
a really nice
we're
trip.
going. Cause I mean, like we ain't got two vacation money, but I
Mm-hmm.
want the kids to have something when we didn't go for vacations for a long time, and so I wanted to try and make this stretch this year. We'll see what happens, but the credit cards is getting used. I'll tell you that.
But I'm sure they're gonna remember it though.
That's what
That's the
matters.
thing about summers. Yes. Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, I guess it's been 20 minutes, and we'll dive into the book club pick. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the book, so if you have it, you can just. Oh, you have it
I
digitally,
don't
don't you?
I have it digitally.
Hold on. I
I
actually
do
might have the
not.
book. Give me 2 seconds.
I got this. I can do that. Oh, the lighting is terrible on that thing. Can they see it? No. There you go. I got a little bit.
Okay, I lied. Emily must have took it with her. She
I
was gonna
did
try and
the
read it.
I found the there we
Oh, there
go.
you go.
Yeah. I had to just put it in the right thing. So even though it looks wonky, it's The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillick.
Yes, and I actually have. Da-da-da-da, boom. Okay, there we go.
It looks gorgeous.
So it was a journey. My light's being stupid. It
You're
was a
okay.
journey, and you guys maybe not want to pick it up for a while because everybody's like, "Oh, I'm struggling. We weren't hearing anything in the book club. Nobody's
Mm-mm.
here. So
Nope. Mm-mm.
Shailene said she'd started it. I don't think she was connecting with it either. And I
I'm glad to
will.
know I wasn't the only one struggling.
Emily didn't finish it. She was like 40% in, and she's just like, I don't. She looked at me last night because I had started it yesterday, but I hadn't gotten but like 10% in. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
she opened up the page and she's flipping through trying to figure out where she's at. She just looks at me. She's like, "Who is Maud?" And I was like, "I haven't seen that name yet." And so I was listening to it
Okay.
today, and then it just popped up. And the way that that character is introduced, no
Mm-hmm.
one knows who that character is. So
No.
I called her and I was like, "Who is Maud?"
Uh-huh.
I mean, we kind of get some answers, but like they're not great.
No. It was kind of like I got that Maud was like a caretaker. So it was
Maud,
like,
I don't know how she originated,
mm-hmm.
but at some point she came in and she did something to the forest one, the one
Mm-hmm.
that had the chime, and that made her like the knight of this kingdom, and
Mm-hmm.
she had a relationship with the grandfather of the current
Mm-hmm.
king.
I
And
do remember
so
that part.
it's still not super clear, and maybe somebody
Mm-mm.
else who read it made more sense to them, but um yeah, Maud was just like, also, what a terrible name.
It
Like,
couldn't be like
don't
Mauve or something. All of their names are different, though. I will say all of their names in this
I'm
book are very
pretty
different.
sure she used the name Rory in the last book.
I don't remember.
I'm I feel like there's a character in One Dark Window named Rory.
Unless they're like the same Rory in that book to this book.
No. Oh, I forgot. Her name was Elspeth. His name was Raven. That's right.
Oh, that's still close, though.
Oh, and King Rowan. Yeah, she's just got an RO issue.
Yes, a thing for art. And another thing, ooh, that got me a little bit was that all of the diviners were numbered.
Yeah. And
That took me a while to get into because I'm like, okay, who is 1? Who is
yeah,
6? Who's 4? Who's 3?
because 1 was
And it,
always kind to her, 4 was like, but it's hard to remember because they don't have names, so you have to, like, and they weren't in it
yes.
very long.
Mm-mm. Nope.
So, I would say when you look up the synopsis, because I was looking up the thing for the cover here, and
Mm-hmm.
in it, they use her name in the synopsis,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Sybil.
"But they act like it was such a secret throughout most of this book,"
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "But
She
it's
only
not."
mentioned herself, like, she only mentioned herself as Sybil in that one chapter where she said she forgot her name.
Yeah,
And that was like very early in the book. That part I do remember. I think it was like 4 or something, 3. It was one of those weird
it was
chapters that
early.
was just, yeah. And I'm like, but you didn't hear it afterwards.
Yeah, it becomes prominent, but, like, they act like it's an important piece of information, but we still
Mm-hmm.
don't know who she is before her time other than, like, a foundling, so, um, there were some pieces there that just, like, didn't quite fit. I didn't feel like this book was as polished as One Dark Window.
I definitely can tell that One Dark Window was a longer project.
Yes.
Um, you could tell just from the way it was written, the magic system was established. It
Yeah.
wasn't, I mean, like I said, this magic system was cool, but I think more so I definitely like the first duology better. I
I
can't say
think
the second book because I still haven't read it, but I still like One Dark Window better than this one. I
I
was
think
able to really drown, like, I was really able to stick with that one.
yeah, it wasn't as long either. The writing, in my opinion, is stronger, but the magic system, the world building and stuff like that was stronger in One Dark Window.
Hmm.
So, I
I
definitely had a
definitely
good
think so.
um, I guess are you able to give a rating where you're at, or is the jury still out?
No, I got my rating.
Okay. I'll let you
Do
go
you want
first.
me to read the synopsis first, or you want me to give my rating first?
I guess we can read the synopsis. Like, we did make it 30 minutes into this thing without talking about it, so we can do that.
Okay. Sybil, known simply as Six, has spent 9 years in Aisling Cathedral.
Ashley.
Ashling. I don't know. That cathedral as a diviner, one of 6 founding girls, sacrificed dreaming in a sacred spring to receive visions from mysterious beings called omens. As her decade of service nears its end, the new young King Benedict Castor, Benji, I do remember that, Benji,
Mhm.
arrives seeking prophecy accompanied by the cynical, heretical knight Roderick, also known as Rory. When 6 fellow diviners begin to disappear one after another, the abyss,
Abbess.
abyss,
Mhm.
that's terrible, appears oddly indifferent, determined to save her sisters and unravel the cathedral secrets. 6 reluctantly forms an uneasy alliance with Rory. Together, this unlikely pair, a quiet, devout prophetess and a sharp tongued knight, embark on a dangerous quest beyond the cluster, facing divine mysteries, ancient magic, and the thin line between faith and heresy.
There you go. I definitely think it's a long-winded synopsis that doesn't really
Mm
give you much.
hmm.
Um,
Mm-mm. It wasn't supposed to because we
it
don't want to give spoilers.
we won't give spoilers, but to me, they didn't really illustrate one of the major plot points that is going to be that drives the story, because that doesn't give, like, what is the plot to that? Like,
I will
um,
say the plot was her trying to find the rest of the diviners. That seemed like the whole thing from the book for me. It's because aha, see, I got a different one than you. What's yours?
I mean, yes, that is. her main goal, but to me, the plot is moving forward because there's a more of a political aspect to this where the
Mhm.
king is trying to restore power to the kingdom because right now the king doesn't really have power. He's a figurehead, and
Mhm.
the abbess and the cathedral holds the real power because they're the ones that show the omens and the futures. And so um they don't necessarily believe in that, and that's why they're deemed heretics. So it's basically church and state.
Mhm.
The church has
I
all the
didn't
power.
get that. But I see it now making more sense. And I feel like that's why you said like I'm enjoying this, because I'm
Yeah,
just like, hmm. My whole thing was that she's trying to find these diviners and she teams up with Rory, who they actually don't like each other.
which that that was a
That
I don't know if it was enemies to lovers, grumpy sunshine, whatever it is.
it's
At the beginning, I'm
something.
like, I did not care for I'm like, "He's toxic. I don't like this at all."
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, he got better, because you kinda get to see the motivations behind the character, and
Mhm.
then, of course, it turns into, like, a "don't touch her" kind of romance
Mhm.
kinda thing, and that's always fun. There's some yearning that goes on that I definitely enjoyed, um,
Mhm. They had
but
some I get banter, I guess.
yeah,
Banter? Okay, they had some banter back and forth. Um You can definitely I think it is more of an enemies to lovers because they started off as absolutely not liking each other. And then that's that always that trope kind of thing, trope vibe where you kind of get the same feel in every enemies to lovers book. And that's what I
yeah.
got from this one.
And I think Raven and Elspeth, which is a terrible name for the last book,
Mhm.
they were in the same predicament. So
Mhm.
the romance and the aspect there is very similar. The magic system is quite similar, to be honest.
Mhm.
I just feel like there was more world building with, like, the mist and everything in One Dark Window that we're
Mhm.
missing some stuff here. There was some things that do get cleared up, I will say, with the gargoyles and the other stuff that happens at the end of the book.
Mhm.
So that helps and illuminated some stuff. Again, the reveals were pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and say my rating because I actually enjoyed the book. I gave it a 4 star. It's not I could have been a 5, but 4 is where I landed.
That's lower. That's lower than I thought it was going to be.
I was honestly leaning towards a 5 until, maybe the last 10%, and it's because they really started building, like, "Oh, this is gonna be" because in my mind, I really thought this was gonna be a self-contained standalone,
Mhm.
and then they leaned into the whole sequel, duo I think it's gonna be a duology, and I love a duology.
Mhm.
I don't need 3 books because the 2nd book is useless in a trilogy, so
Mhm.
I hope it's a duology, and I'm invested. I will read the 2nd book. 4 star
Okay.
means read the 2nd book. If it had been a 3, I might not have picked up the 2nd book. See? Does that
3 star.
mean you're not going to continue?
Um I think I might need a reread because, like we discussed, I think I'm actually in my first real slump. I just was not interested. I just was not engaged. It wasn't a terrible story. I will give it that. I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't. And three for me is like, it's a good book, but maybe not for me. And it's also
Okay.
something that comes up for like a reread for me. Maybe I'm in that stage where I'm like, I'm not really feeling this. Normally, if this was not a book club book, this would have been a softie enough for me to pick up a little bit later. Like I think I would read this one more so like in the fall or like around Halloween time, not spooky because I'm not like a spooky person, but it kind of gave me those like fall type of vibes.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Emily didn't finish it, so she can't give you a rating. She's over there staring at her phone instead of reading.
That's okay. But
Um,
at least I got to where I made it to though. So I'm like technically I did keep going. Will I finish?
I'm shocked
Because
that you made it
because
this
I
far.
have 40 because I have 43 minutes left. Yes, I will finish it tonight just to say I finished it because I want to know what happens, especially since you said things kind of line up for a second book. Um I don't know. I just find that I'm not doing really good with some series. And I think that's why I haven't read Two Twisted Crowns. Um, I did do really good with Akatar. I still need to read the last book, but it took
Did you
me a
read the
long time to
Frost and
read it.
Starlight one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a garbage book.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was garbage.
Emily tried to spend $8.49 on it yesterday just to collect it, and I'm like,
She has a point.
no.
She has a point.
It's like 150 pages
Emily,
long.
Emily, text me your address and I'll send it to you.
No, she doesn't need it. She's never gonna pick it up. That's when you pick out the spine, you make a picture, you put it around another random book you bought at the store, and you put it on the shelf. You're never gonna open
I
it.
won't let her do that. I won't let her do that. No.
She also needs the pink one, and I was like, "Could you can spend like 50 cents more and get the pink one, Wings and Ruin." There,
You gotta have all of them.
but the blue
Especially
one,
now that she announced that
yeah,
she just finished the first draft of 6. I'm just saying she needs to have it. You gotta finish that one.
y'all are crazy.
Mhm.
Look, you two can read that because Mistborn's never gonna happen. Clearly, um, Emily
No,
carries it around like a
I did pretty good. I did pretty good with Mistborn, but I had to keep stopping because I can't do it at work.
yeah. Oh no, there's no way.
No, there's no way I can listen to that one at work. And I found that I do better with reading that one. So, like, actually hardcore reading it with my eyes instead of listening.
Well, I just want to say it's mid July. Y'all were supposed to read
Hmm.
it in March.
We did.
It'll be done by the end of the year. That's right.
Yeah. Hmm. We'll get
Y'all are
there. We'll totally get there.
funny. But
I'm
yeah,
curious to know where I was.
I'm curious if maybe something happens in the end of this book in the last 40 minutes of you listening that can bump you up to like a 3.5. I I think there could be if you open your mind to like, okay, this story actually
Mm-mm.
took a good turn. I feel like you could if you were willing to, you know, be open to it, then maybe. But
3 stars.
all
No,
right.
this way. 3 stars. I'm sticking with the 3. I don't
I
know.
don't get
I will
paid
finish.
by Rachel either way, so but I
But
was
I did give props. It's not a terrible book where I had to DNF it. I just think that I'm also not in the mood because it didn't have like the action that I just came off from the last couple books. I think
I'm
that's
really curious how you're gonna deal with Bury Our Bones because
I am going to start in like a week and a half.
it is it is slow.
Or maybe I can get cliff notes for that one.
No, you gotta read it. Um,
I'm actually curious, what books did I recently finish? So hold on, because I'm curious. Okay, this is why I'm having trouble getting into it. I read All the Colors of the Dark, Can't Get Enough, and King of Ashes. All of those books 5-star reads.
okay.
So maybe that's why I wasn't able to really connect and, you know, be in this book.
I mean, that has something to do with it, I'm sure.
I'm
But
pretty positive.
still, I want you to start. So we're already 13 days into this month, and Bury Our Bones is a longer book. Um,
Hmm.
so you better get started on that sucker soon.
I have the app on my Libby. I mean, the book on my Libby. But I was trying to get this one finished, and that's why I didn't pick it up. I did see that it has one of those books where it crosses different time frames. So there's
Yes.
like that ancient time frame, and then it goes to like a super old time frame, and then it goes to like a present day.
So
So I did see that.
they bounce back and forth. So it's like 1550 and then there's
Hmm.
2019. And it's following these two characters, and so the 1500 is kind of the main thing, and then you're jumping in the future. Eventually, they're going to introduce a third time point, which is going to intersect with the first one and likely the second one, and kind of tie the whole story together. I fully trust in V.E. Schwab to make an incredible uh story and a wholly unique. I mean, it is very. It feels very. I loved A Dowry of Blood, and it
Mhm.
feels very much like A Dowry of Blood in that they span all this time, and there's this love. It's very. I mean, it's a sapphic vampire story, so it is very much focused on that sapphic love, and but also like a lot of finding who you are. And I
Mhm.
think if you live for hundreds of years as a vampire and you don't figure out who the hell you are, then what are you doing? Just stake yourself or walk outside.
What are you doing? Mhm.
So I kind of like that. That was what I think I liked the most about Addie LaRue was like she had to give up her name and her identity, and so it was really a journey of finding herself, and I think the same thing happens here where you think you want this grand old adventure, and then you get more than you bargain for, and then you need to find yourself at the end of that. So I'm hoping it'll be a sweet kind of story. It definitely has some, like, bloody parts and some other horror elements. It's closer to a it has some strong horror elements in terms of the vampires, but it's not, like, scary, you know?
Okay. And see, the last vampire book I read was Immortal Dark, and that ended up
I
being a
That's
DNF.
also a YA, isn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it's in the YA section at the library.
It is.
So, yeah,
So
I
maybe
wouldn't
that's why.
you remember the Aaliyah movie, Queen of the Damned?
Mhm.
That's the kind of vibes you get, you know? Like, it's a
Okay.
vampire story, but, like, it's also a love story and some other things. So, I'm enjoying it. I'm 31% in. I'm having a good old time, but it is slow. I listen to it when I, like, cut the grass and,
Okay.
like, times where I can focus because it's not something that you can just, like, sit down and, like, just let go on in the background because it's not action packed.
Okay.
So
So then I will start that one soon.
so that's our I mean, to jump back 10 minutes, but that's our July pick for
Mhm.
the book club, and, I wanna do something different with the book club. We don't get a whole lot of interaction.
Mhm.
Um, I just wanna find a way to take this to the next level with the book club, and, we don't get a whole lot of people jumping on here. It's really just me and you spending an hour talking about the books, which is fine with me.
And Emily,
Yeah,
hello.
she showed up 20 minutes late, so
That's okay. She still showed up. She
and
is
she's
she
just staring at her
I
phone.
was handling her children, sir.
Oh my
You have
gosh.
2 children.
F them kids.
I mean, she does have a point. I mean,
No. Stop taking
I'm
up her
pretty
side.
sure I'm pretty sure mom's got to stick together. I'm just saying. Just
Nearly
saying.
30 years. It's 25 years, actually. How old are we? Yeah, it's 25 years.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, me and Ashley have been friends for 25 years,
Well, I
so
got 16 of them.
you yeah, you got 16 with me.
There
It's
she
a long
go.
time. Um, yeah, so the book was good. I hope some other people in the book club found it
Mhm.
enjoyable, and
I was
because
actually looking to see.
we were like, "Yeah, no, that's the one I want." We didn't even the poll was useless. We didn't even put it up because
Mm-mm.
everybody just like, "Oh, I second that. I third that." And so we picked it, and then everybody struggled to get through it. I feel like it was a bad time. I don't know what you're showing me. I can't see it.
It has our picture on it for I'm in the book club and our link actually has us like right now
Really?
on it. Yeah, that's wild.
That
That's
is
pretty
wild.
cool. That's pretty cool. Never knew that. I
Well,
was
that's
looking
cool.
to see if anyone had said anything about the book, but I don't think they really did.
And I'll admit,
Mm-mm.
I suck at like taking the time to go back in because like I'm listening to it, and um I also will say this for the chapter titles in these books that Fable divides. So you get it
Mm,
by name in this one. You get the name, and then you get for this is for bury our bones. But you get the name of
Mhm.
the person and then chapter 1, chapter 2, and then the next name of the person, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna remember what the hell I just listened to go back in there and
You got to do it at the same time. That's how
yeah.
I did for the few. So when I start the book early in the month, I do really good with going in there and like writing and stuff. But lately, because I've had like the book trip and all that stuff, I haven't really been in there. And I know that's where like I need to get back into that space again where I'm reading the book much earlier in the month. Maybe that might help drive, some interaction.
Yeah.
But I do notice when we do a poll, there are people in there. We do have people in there because they're selecting the book. Because if it was just me, it was going to be atmosphere. And I'm still reading that book this month. I just want to make that very clear.
I won't read it um this month,
Hmm.
but I do wanna
I
check out
want to. I
Atmosphere.
really want to. I want to read Atmosphere. I think that probably would have been more of a book with discussion. And I think that's why I really wanted to push for Atmosphere, just because of the storyline. It's like the whole NASA type of thing,
And be honest, I don't know what
astronauts.
it's about. Um,
Oh, you don't?
no. I just was like, "Oh, if I'm gonna pick a Taylor Jenkins read, I don't want it to be Daisy Jones and the Six or one of those historic ones where
Yeah.
I'm just not interested in the people." So I was
This
like,
one
"Maybe this."
is this one is a love story, and all of the ratings for this so far, everywhere I've looked, have been like 4.5, 4.7. Like it is really high up there for this book. And it is on here as a love story. So everyone's saying that it's definitely a love story.
I don't mind. I like a love story. I don't
Mhm.
like smut. I like a love
So
story.
she gets this one doesn't have any romance from what I see on it. It says PG romance. So none of the craziness. But it says Joan has been obsessed with the stars for as long as she can remember. She was selected from a pool of 1,000 applicants in the summer of 1980 to begin training at Houston Johnson Space Center. And we all know that there's not that many women,
Yeah.
astronauts. So I thought that would have really been a good discussion point. She ends up going on a mission and all of that. So I'm like, yes. I thought that would have been a really good discussion piece. Because the last few books we get on here and we're like, oh yeah, 3, 4, 5, but not really like discussion where we're holding them. And I thought this would have been a really good discussion one.
I got some
But it's
friends
all good because I'm still
who are
gonna read
giving it
it.
mid ratings, but
Okay.
um there's one person, none of them are people that I really trust because I have some relationships with people that I definitely we don't align on, and if somebody they loved a book, I know I'm gonna hate it, and if they
Mhm.
hated a book, there's a good chance I'm gonna love it. So when
Mhm.
they're middle ground, I'm like, I could see myself enjoying this. But I'm
Mhm.
also open to like, oh, let me try something new. And
Mhm.
I still don't know what my relationship is with like a romance kind of book. I don't want a fully romance centered book, and this one doesn't sound like it's gonna be. So,
So maybe
um,
we try this for like an August or
yeah, I
September
mean,
kind
I
of read.
definitely think whether or not it's a book club pick or not, I definitely
Mhm.
think we can try it again on a poll and see if the audience decides to pick it. But if not, we can just pick it up in the fall sometime together and buddy read it
Okay.
because I do
Cuz I
want to
still
read.
have to
I know
I
Shailene
still have
wants.
to finish tomorrow and tomorrow,
You're so.
tomorrow.
Oh. However, you saw my rating, so
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm sure that didn't help. Ugh.
Nope.
I just I don't know what the hell the vibes were about that book. Like, why is everybody book of the year? Really? We didn't have
That's
anything better?
that's pretty steep for a book of the year.
Yeah,
It
like
wasn't it wasn't terrible, but I do have some really good books in my Libby right now. So it's like I don't know what happened all of a sudden like within the last 2 weeks. Libby has just been like
I haven't been putting anything on hold because I knew we were gonna be going on vacations a lot,
Mhm.
and I won't be able to just put my headphones on and listen to my audiobook. Um,
Mhm.
so I've been trying to do more physical books. However, I didn't we returned all the books to the library. So I don't have any of my library
Oh.
books. And I went through a period where I read like I'd say 85 to 90% of all the books I've read in the last couple months were
Mhm.
audiobook or were library books.
Okay.
And so I need to get back out there, but like I feel like I've nothing new has come out. Other like I have King of
Mm-mm.
Ashes, but I bought that.
Mhm.
Um and then I finished this the other day, Anji Kills a King,
Oh,
and
okay.
it was this is a pointless book. There's no plot in this book. And like
So how
fantasy
did you
writing,
manage to finish it?
I don't even know why. It was one of those books where you're like reading and reading, and then you get to like here, you've got this little bit left, and you're like,
Mhm.
what even happened? Nothing. Nothing has happened. I'm like, why am I still
That's
reading
how
this
I
book?
feel for
But
Night
now I'm
Mom.
60 pages away. I might as well finish it. And so
Right.
I was like, maybe something cool is gonna happen. It's a beautiful cover. His
Mhm.
writing is really well thought out. World building was pretty good. I loved all those elements to it. It just wasn't the character wasn't special.
Okay.
There's nothing special about her. For her to be in the name of the book, who gives a
Mm.
shit? The king was garbage. Like, it just wasn't a good one, and I feel bad, and I would definitely pick up more books from this author, but it was
Mhm.
very much like a it feels like a political book where they're like, you topple over the government, but realistically, there's always people that are behind the person that you topple, and
Right.
something worse can just spout up. And so it's like, what did you really do? And like, it was more of a political statement in that way. And I definitely think that has some relevance to the times we're living in. But
Mhm.
I don't want to read a book, 400-page book about it.
I agree. I
I kept
have
thinking it
Junie.
was going to be really cool.
I got Junie.
You still haven't read that?
And I still haven't read Junie yet. I keep pushing it back and I finally got it through Libby and I think I need to try and if I don't read it at the beginning of August cuz again July is almost over like you pointed out. So
Yeah.
it might have to go to like the beginning of August or maybe see if I can read it like if I start early in the day maybe. I think that's one that I could probably listen to and knock it out in a day.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know what I'm going to like. I'm in the middle of a couple things. Um, I did get somebody said, "Oh, I've had Red Rising for a while. It's a YA
I
fantasy
want to
book,
read that.
and
I
I got
heard
the
nothing but good stuff about that one.
graphic it's the graphic uh what do they call these things? Graphic audio, full cast graphic audio, and it comes in 2 parts, and I got it on Libby, and I'm like, "Okay, let me check this out." Like, it's gonna be pretty interesting for, like, a 4 or 5-hour read. I'll check it out.
Mhm.
Emily bought me the book as a gift a long time ago, and I just haven't read the series.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, "Okay, I've got that." Also, first of all, I finished Project Hail Mary,
You
and
did tell me you finished it.
I'm so mad that I kept avoiding that book
Mhm.
like the plague.
I've
Because
heard nothing but good things about it.
5 stars, so good. All the writing is incredible. It's definitely a sci-fi book. It is science heavy.
Mhm.
So, if you're not a sci-fi person, forget it.
I don't think I am.
I don't think you would enjoy
I've
it. It's literally they talk about math a lot.
I don't
Uh,
like math.
like he's a science teacher, but like there's a lot of math and like they're problem solving. And I loved
Mhm.
the way they're problem solving, but like also I learned a lot because I didn't realize something as simple as the faster you move, the slower
Mhm.
time progresses for you. So the closer
Oh.
you are going to the speed of light, the slower you experience time. But time
Oh.
around still is experienced.
Still goes.
So
Mhm.
he traveled for 4 years in a spaceship going like X percentage of the speed of light. He wasn't going that fast, but it was
Mhm.
faster than what we're traveling on Earth. 11 years passed on Earth in the 4 years that
Wow.
passed for him. And I'm like, even if he turned around right then and it took him another 4 years to get home, it would be 26 years or no, 24 years, 22 years before he got home. 22 years would have passed. And I'm
That's
like, that's
wild.
wild. So that's just a little stuff that like came up. I love it. And I'm super
Okay.
excited for whatever else he puts out. And then I got another book called Pines, and it's like the Wayward Pines trilogy. And let me tell
Mhm.
you, it's a thriller where like there's this town, and once you go there, you kind of can't escape, and everybody seems like they're in on it, and like the
Mhm.
sheriff is giving him a hard time and not really being helpful despite he's part of the Secret Service. And then like little mysteries keep popping up and you're just trying to figure it out. Let me tell you, when the reveal happened, my jaw hit the floor. I've never had a book hit me with that crazy of a switch up. And
Mhm.
so I went from like this is gonna be like a 3.5 book to instant 5. I had no problem giving it a
That's
5.
good. See,
So
that's why I said I think I'm in my thriller stage. I want, some books with some action, some mysteries.
did you do All Sinners Bleed with me?
That was good.
How
That
does
was
King of
really good.
Ashes compare to that?
Hmm.
Because that one was a slower, but like just so good. Is King Ashes a
To
little
rate them,
faster?
I would say King of Ashes, it takes a little bit slower to build, but by chapter, I want to say it's chapter 6, that's where it takes off. So it's like, you know how you're on a roller coaster and it kind of like creeps and all of a sudden it gets there and you're like, boom, and it just
Yeah.
like drops. It was one of those books. Um, yeah, I gave
I've got
it,
the audio and I got the book from Book of the Month or Aardvark, one of the two. So
if I didn't have it over, because I thought my fourth was going to be very different. I thought my fourth was going to be more of like a hangout around the house type of thing. It was not. We had family, we had cookout, we had all the things. So I wasn't able to really like listen to it like I thought. I was going to start at the beginning of the day and I planned to finish at night like I did with All the Sinners Bleed. I read that book in a day. This one took me, I think, just with all of the crazy, I think I got it done in 2.5 days.
okay.
What
What was
was
that?
that? I don't know. I don't know. I hope they're okay. I don't think I hear
Okay.
tears. No,
Okay.
I don't hear screaming or crying, so they're all right. So-
No broken bones then.
Nope, they're okay.
Okay. Yeah, I want to check that out. That's on my list.
Move
Uh,
that one up.
I'm feeling like
Definitely.
it. I feel like a thriller could really, spice things up because
Hmm.
I've been doing fantasy and slower things, and I feel like I need something to get my pulse pumping. And I'm also
Hmm.
in the market for a nonfiction, but I don't want like self help or anything. And I don't love celebrity culture, so I don't know that I want another memoir unless I feel like I connect with the person. And I just don't know what I want. I definitely think there's something out there for me. I just don't know what it is yet.
So, do good vibes, good life, good vibes, good life. I think is the name of it. That was a good one.
I don't know that.
He's got a lot of really good books.
Good vibes, good life.
Hmm.
Bex King.
Yes, I couldn't think of his name. Bex King is a really good one. Let's see what other ones, because I got some of those. Mm, she
Well,
has
that
some of the.
audiobook is not available. So
Oh no.
they're
Probably
all,
because it's really good.
yeah, they're all long waits, but like,
That
can
one
I
was
just look nonfiction and see like what's at the top of the list? No, I don't necessarily want something brand new.
the biggest one right now is the Let Them theory.
Yeah, I ain't reading that one.
That one's everywhere right now. Did you ever read Parable of the Sower? I know it's not nonfiction, but that one is a good one.
No, I didn't yet. That's technically a sci-fi though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I still wanna read The House of My Mother, that parenting influencer's daughter that wrote that book. I've heard that's really good.
I'm looking at the ones that I recently finished. Of course, it's a hodgepodge of everything. I told you about Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back. That's a good one.
Mm,
Gabby Bernstein, Return to Love. Marianne, is it Marianne? A Return to Love is another good one. What else do I have? You Are Your Best Thing by Brene Brown. Anything by Brene Brown is good, nonfiction wise. The Mountain Is You, Brianna Wiest. That's a good one. Those are actually some of my top ones. Daring Greatly, Brene Brown. That's another good one. I am a big fan of Brene Brown. She talks a lot about vulnerability and shame because it's something, that a lot of people don't do.
mhm.
Um, Daring Greatly, I would say, would be a really good one. It's how the courage to be vulnerable transforms the way we live, love, parent, and lead. I really like that she talked about parenting in this book.
That's interesting. I'm looking at, Tanashi Coates' Between the World and Me.
Mm-hmm.
That
I,
sounds really good.
I feel like that's upstairs on my shelf. I think that's one of the books that Quan has.
I also know All Boys Aren't Blue. That was a pretty popular one by George Johnson. There's a couple. No, he might have The Message by Tanashi Coates.
Mm-mm, you
Um,
don't have that one. No, we
'Cause
do
that
not have Between the World and Me.
okay.
We
This
don't
one
have
other
that
one
one.
is one I've seen more The Message of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm still looking. Something will jump out at me and I will definitely
Let me know what you pick.
yeah. I don't know that I'm gonna get to anything anytime soon, but I feel like those are the kind of books that I can just kinda just keep on and you're not paying attention to the details in a way that, like, it needs to be hyper focused.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I definitely wanna see what else I can
Definitely check out Brene Brown. Look at hers, like The Gifts of Imperfection, Daring Greatly, like I mentioned before. Those are some of my favorites from her. I
okay.
think I have like 4 or 5 of her books. That's one that I was like buying. And then the Return to Love, that quote that's from, was it Coach Carter?
Yeah.
The, what is that quote? I can't even remember it on top of my head. It comes from that book. We're not, what is that? We're
I'm
not our
terrible with
biggest
quotes.
fear. Our deepest fear is that we're inadequate. That post, that quote.
Yeah.
You're like, I have no idea what you're
I don't
talking
remember
about.
quotes. I'm terrible, but I don't even quote movies that I've watched 1,000 times.
The Coach Carter, did you see the Coach Carter movie?
Yeah, when it came out in 2001, like 20 plus
Let's
years ago.
see. Coach
Did I
Carter,
watch it more than once? I don't think so.
famous quote. When you hear it, you'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. That's by Marianne Williamson.
Oh, okay.
And it's from that book, A Return to Love. That one's a really good one. And
Interesting.
that's one of the books that you could easily just like listen to.
Okay, I got some things
Mm-hmm.
written down.
Yep.
I don't know when I'm gonna get around to. Something's gotta jump out at me, and I don't know when I'll get to it. I might not do it for several months now, who knows? But
It may not be, but hey, let me know.
I found, so we went to Books a Million last night, and I got Sorrowland there, was on sale for $7.
Oh,
So I
nice.
own that. And
Good.
then what else
I
did
still haven't read it.
it's it's a journey.
I remember because you were recommending me to read it a while ago, but I never got to it.
And then I already sent the list of the 4 Murderbot books that I found at Goodwill, which was they'd never been opened. No one ever cracked the page.
That is wild.
Yeah, I don't care. And $4 a book is a good price, even though they
That's a
charged
really good price.
hardcover prices for the little novellas. I'm like, I need
Mhm.
these to be the $3.50 charge. I mean, it's
Mhm.
$1.50 difference, but whatever. And then there's a book, a YA queer book called They Both Die at the End, and it is such an emotional ride. I remember crying.
I hear that one a lot. I hear
It
that
is.
one a lot.
I went through a period where like a lot of the YA queer that I was reading was really sad, and which is unfortunate a part of queer books. It just is the way it is,
Mhm.
and I hate it. But that book stuck with me. Now there's a sequel. I have no intention of reading the sequel.
You're like, nope. What would the
It's
sequel be
it's.
about if they both die at the end?
I think I don't even remember what the. Let me look up the second. It's not the same people.
Okay,
They
because I do remember. I do remember they actually are like they die at the end, and
they
something
actually. Oh,
about
there's
how they know
3 books in this series.
there's three.
That's
Oh,
what it says. Let me look on here. Oh,
or
that's
two of them that's been released. It's probably two of them that's been released, and the third one's probably in the making of it.
so it's called Death Cast, and the whole point is that you get a call at a little after midnight, and it tells you that you're going to die, the day you're going to die. It's the next day, and so I'm like, okay. It had a very interesting premise. The second book is called,
They
it's
both
actually
live.
no, I wish. The first to die at the end is actually a prequel to the first book, and then the new book is called The Survivor Wants to Die at the End. I'm
That's
just like,
different.
oh, I kind of want to read that one. I kind of want to read the first. Like, I kind of now want to read them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 4 star for the prequel, less for the one I gave 5 stars for, and then of course this new one is. I think it's coming out really soon, like
Mm-hmm.
within the next couple of months. Let's see here. Oh,
How
it
did
just
you
came out
not read? How did you
May
not read A Little Life yet?
because it's 650 pages long.
No one's gonna read that book.
I do want to read it.
But you read all the Brandon Sanderson books.
Yeah, because those
Those
have
are
a good
thousands of
payoff at the end.
pages.
The payoff at the end of A Little Life is I'm sad.
But it's not supposed to be that it's just sad. You got to find the beauty in the sadness for this one.
It's the same thing that I read the James Baldwin
Mhm.
Giovanni's Room, and it's not meant to be super sad, but it's super sad. And then I
Mhm.
read another book that's very much similar to that book called Swimming in the Dark, and it's stupid sad. And I'm just like, at some point, I got to get a payoff out of this, and I can't just keep being sad.
That's true. I think I'm at like the 50% point for A Little Life. I think.
That's
I feel
it.
like I am.
I feel like you've been
Mhm.
reading it since August.
I have. I've been reading it forever. I have. I've been reading it for a really long time, but I stopped reading it for a while because I was like, well, I don't want to just be, just sad and reading this book.
Yeah.
But I am at the 50% mark. So it's much easier for me to finish. And I
Okay.
think I could actually finish it, I think, in 8 hours or 9 hours. So I could knock it out in a day or two.
That's a long ass book.
It is. And there's a lot happening.
I think I want to do one of the shorter books, like one of the Ocean Vuong books.
Hmm.
But I want to read it because I don't think that that's a book number one, Ocean Vuong is a poet, a Vietnamese poet. So, but it's like
The,
something
the,
is.
The
It's like,
Ocean, something
yeah,
Gladness. That's actually it was Oprah's book for I
yeah.
think this month.
I do wanna read just something from that artist. There's one about a mother and his relationship with his mother who doesn't speak, like, any English or anything like that, and he's, like, telling her story, translating it for her, but, like, I wanna read that. I wanna read really all of the books, but they're just I know they're gonna be heavy.
Can't
Oh,
see
you
it.
froze. Okay,
The Emperor of Gladness. I do have
okay.
it. Yep, I have it on my book, on my Kindle.
Of course you do. You always have all the
Uh-huh.
books.
I do. Isn't it wonderful to have all the books? It's like
We
Christmas on my Kindle.
I've really just been buying books that I either liked and I'm just collecting now, and I kinda like the way that that's going, though I don't get the satisfaction and, like, excitement of, like, "Ooh, I picked up a new book, I can't wait to open it," because a lot of the books I'm
Mhm.
buying, I've already read.
Get that from the library.
But I
I
do
haven't read I haven't bought any new books recently. I've just had the book of the month books and the book trip books. I haven't bought anything
I
recently.
skipped Book of the Month and Aardvark this month because all the selections sucked.
It wasn't good this month. I did not like the book of the month picks. I
The
was
summer
gonna use
is
a
really
credit.
slow.
I was gonna read a like grab a credit for like something else or maybe do like an audio, and I'm like, no, I'll just skip it because I didn't have anything that stood out for me.
Aardvark won't let you pick a previous book in replacement of the current month's book. They'll let you
Okay.
add on, but you can't use your credit. And so if you're
Mm.
not getting a book that month, you can't get it. And I'm like, "Well,
Okay.
that's stupid." And so Book of the Month will let you use it on a previous book.
Mhm.
But there's I mean, they haven't expanded any titles, and I'm not gonna use my credits on the audiobook because you have to listen to it on the Book of the Month app.
The app. Mhm. I did think about getting the My Friends one by Frederick Backman. That one
Okay.
looked like a good one. But
I
I
have
was
not read
like,
anything from Bachman, and I think
mhm.
Anxious People is one, and I've
Mhm.
heard good things about that.
Okay. See, I haven't really like looked at anything and saw, but I'm like, if I'm gonna get a book, I really gotta have the book, if that makes sense. And I haven't found anything recently store wise where I've really had to have the book. I just haven't had anything. Mm-mm.
Atmosphere is out, and again, I don't know how I'm gonna like it because 'cause I've never read from that author.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you and your stupid 5 Broken Blades series.
It's not stupid. Just
I
don't
gotta read those. I gotta read those.
I
I
I
told
just
you I got the third book.
I know. Uh,
Uh-huh. They gave
by
it
the
to
way
me.
by the way, it has been we've only been doing this book club for less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
That
And they
first
have
book
three
came
books.
out in the fall, and then we're in the 3rd book.
Because we booked it for The Thief.
Yeah.
When we were like, oh, we're gonna pick a book that has thieves, and it was like, oh, why not pick the book that's got five thieves or something? And we're
Yeah.
like, what are we reading? But
Garbage.
I said I am gonna try it. I'm gonna try it again because I got all the way to like I think 70%, 60,
I
seventy
didn't get that
percent
far. I DNF'd at, like, 30.
I got really far. It was just so many characters that I couldn't keep up, but I think partly as well, my fault was trying to listen to it and not read it. I'm finding that by me reading some of these books, I'm not really paying attention to the book. I'm no longer in that space where I can listen to a book and I'm like actually paying attention. I have
I
to read these books now. I think I'm getting old.
I read so slow. Like, I when we went down to Virginia for the family reunion, I tell you, I always pick up one of their kids' Goosebumps books, and,
Hmm.
so I'm reading that book. That book was 120 pages long, and it took me, like, 3 hours to read it. I should have
How
been
did
able
it
to read
take you
that book.
3 hours?
It's just how my I read really slow with my eyes,
Uh huh.
and I'm, like, flying through the pages, but then, like, my attention span just doesn't hold, and so then I get
Hmm.
distracted with something or I just slow down, and so then I realize I'm reading, like, 15, 20 pages in an hour, And I'm like, why is this
And
taking
see,
me
I
so
think that's and see, I think that's why when I listen to the book, I'm trying to do all of the things. Whereas if I sit down and read it, or even if I like do the immersive reading where I'm sitting down and it's like reading to me out loud, that I do better with. But for me to sit and just listen, I'm like, wait, what just happened? I find that I have to stop and pause a lot or rewind. Whereas if I'm actually sitting down
I'm the
and it
other way around.
clicks.
If it's being read to me, it's like a movie.
Mhm.
My brain's
Mhm.
just like ingesting. But if I have to read and process the words, I
Mhm.
just can't. Like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go relax. We had no kids last night, so like I hopped in the bath. I'm like, I'm just gonna
Mhm.
read this book. I'm just gonna knock out pages. I knocked out like 50 pages in the bath. Like I was locked in, and I could only read it with my
Uh-huh.
eyes. Like, it was going really well.
Mhm.
And then I get out, and I'm like, I can't read for a damn. There's too many. We talked
Too
about this on
many
the way home.
things.
My wife is able to
Mhm.
just. I'm gonna say the word ignore, and she's gonna yell at me. She doesn't hear anything, and it pisses me off.
It's just mom ears. That's all
Mom,
it is. It's just
I
mom ears.
hear
I got them
everything.
too.
I can hear I can hear the kids downstairs, like, even during this call, I can hear the kids downstairs and, like, my brain picks it up, I process it. So, I get
Mhm.
distracted really easy, and
Mhm.
it's hard for me to read with my eyes because I have to process the words with my
Mhm.
internal voice, and I'm just a really slow reader. You damn near finished the book from the same point that we were both at today. I did it on
Mhm.
audio at 3 times speed, and you almost read as fast as I mean, that's insane.
I still didn't really like it as much, but I may not have retained a lot of things, but I do remember the concept about the coin being two different sides.
Yeah,
She
you
was
really
even
like
like trained on it. Um, her eyes, that was one thing.
I
I
did
do
enjoy
remember
that
that.
because I kept
I
wondering
won't
what
give
they were gonna do.
spoilers. I won't give spoilers, but those are the things like I picked up on when her and Rory actually became like lovers necessarily and like
Yeah.
brushed past that point. I couldn't understand why they were putting wax on her though. I couldn't figure
Um,
that part out.
that's how they were so it's like plaster coating to make the armor. They need the exact way so that
Oh.
they can, hammer it and make it the right thing.
Okay,
But
cuz I was like,
there's
why is
gotta
I'm
be a
like, why are
better
they
way than
putting
pouring
wax on her?
hot wax on somebody.
Uh-huh. And she's like, it didn't burn. It's like,
But it
what?
hurts still, and I'm like,
So it's
"Fucking
like I did pick up bits and pieces on it, but it just wasn't one of the ones where I was just like all
wrapped." Yeah.
in. Yeah, like some of the other books that we had where I was just completely wrapped.
I
And I've
agree.
also come to the thought that I do have too many books on my TBR. I've officially come to terms with it.
Okay.
It's just as real as it's gonna get, you know? And I'm just
What is
going with the
your
flow.
what is your what does that mean? What's your action against that? Like, "Hey, start taking things off this TBR, DNF,
Mm-mm.
and or, like, what is it? Read or DNF or something
I don't
like
think
that?"
it's too many books. I think it's just the time of year.
It's just too many books.
For now, I feel like if
Mhm.
this
Emily's
goes on
saying
like a forever thing,
she's like, it's a summer thing, and in
Mhm.
the
I have
fall
the
and the
same
winter,
problem.
she picks up more, and I do agree, it is hard because we're going, going, going in the summer.
Mhm. And see, maybe that might be the case, but I feel like I haven't read a lot, but I actually have. So I think last month I read 7 books.
That's a lot. Emily said she read 2.
I think I read 7.
And then I read freaking 14 books in May.
I read yeah, you did she read 14 books in May.
I have
I
never
read
read that many books in a month.
11 last month. So you're only a couple books behind me.
I have never read that many books in a month.
My
It
first
was
month,
Heartstopper,
January
man.
was she read 5
It was
graphic
Heartstopper
novels.
is what bumped me up that high.
So,
Not
Oh, okay. See, and what I did was
still that's 5 books.
I read a bunch of books in a day. So like I read This Poison Heart and The Wicked Something. Those were actually really good. I read those in a day. And I don't normally read books in a day.
Yeah. I can't do a book in a
Mhm.
day.
oh, I worked more Olympus over break.
I think I feel like I've gotta make some I wanna finish this Hemlock and Silver for book trib early because the next week is Calabasas is due, and so I wanna get
Mhm.
a good jump start on that, so I wanna finish Hemlock and Silver this week and get started on Calabasas, but I really wanna
Mhm.
do King of Ashes, so I might do that because I can't do I can do that on audio, and I can't do the other book. I don't have the audios for the book trip books, so, um
I think you're really gonna enjoy King of Ashes. That for me was, like I said, it was just really good. It
is it another,
wasn't
like, serial killer story or
it's
true
not
crime?
it's more of like a true crime with a gang type
Okay,
of thing. Um I'll say more like a mob. More like a
okay.
mob. So I wouldn't say gang, but more of an
Is he
actual
law
mob.
enforcement?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
His father gets injured. They can't figure out how he got injured, but come to find out, his brother tries to be like a big head honcho and tries to sell some drugs. He ends up getting in trouble with the mob necessarily, and they have a family crematory.
oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's good.
Okay.
And then the sister is like the one that, runs everything, is in charge of everything. And Roman comes to town, which is like the big brother. He's a big head honcho. Does really well off with his business with like making money, trading, and all that kind of stuff. And he comes to town to try and help cover since his dad was not well.
Okay.
It was good. It was good. It has some good twists to it.
That's interesting. I mean, I'd be
Mhm.
willing to bump that up a little bit, get that
Mhm.
going here in the next week or so. I'm gonna see what calls
Definitely.
to me, you know? I've got just a couple books laying around me now. Before I had stack after stack after stack. Uh, but I also wanna go down there and look at my bookshelf. So I made a Goodreads bookshelf that is owned, but not read. So I can actually say, number 1, I can look it up if I own the book, and then number 2, prioritize that and start getting some of those books off there.
Mhm.
But
Slowly but
it's
surely we'll knock them
more than
out. They
halfway
are
through,
having
and
a blast up there.
I haven't read a, that's funny. I haven't read a Sanderson book in 2 months.
Wow. That's
Yes.
surprising.
So I need to, the next book in the series so I bought, uh, The Isle of the Emberdark the other day, but I really can't
Mhm.
read it until I finish 6 more books, realistically. I can. It's a
Wow.
standalone. I can, but I'll get the
Mhm.
most out of it because this is the farthest book that he's ever done. So it's
Mhm.
space age, it's way in the future. And so in order to get the most out of it and not get any spoilers, I need to
Mhm.
finish the Stormlight Archives. I have 2 books left. And then I have to do the 4 books in Mistborn Era 2, and then I can feasibly go on to that. And I'm like, "Okay, so 6 books, it's
You'll
like
get there.
10,000 pages, and then I can go read that one."
You'll get there. You will totally get there.
Oh,
That's why I said it's just so many books at once. But I am putting priority on my arcs, which is huge for me because, at first I didn't realize they had to be, you know,
yeah.
read.
I did not finish one of my NetGalleys that launched at the beginning of the month.
Mhm.
I don't prioritize NetGalley. I just don't. I'll get to it when I get to it. If it gets archived, it gets archived. It is what it is. I
Mhm.
do wanna read it, and I started reading it, but, like, I'm just it was kind of warring with The Night and the Moth because 'cause they're
Mhm.
very similar, and I think this is gonna be one of it's gonna be a lot more smutty, this book, and, I'm
Mm.
just like, I don't know how I definitely wanna
Mm-mm.
read it, but it's gonna be dark and, you know, it's a lot to do with the chthonic gods, gods of death and underworld in, like,
Okay.
ancient Greek, and there's gonna be, like, a 3 triangle thing. I don't know. It sounds really good. I'm gonna read it, but it launched at the beginning of the month and I haven't read it. And I don't really give a shit. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Now, for me, I do want to read. I want to finish Demon's Dream. I thought that book was going to be completely different. I didn't know it was going to be as action packed as it was and drama filled. So that
I
one
just
I'm going to make
can't
sure I
believe you're
finish
reading
this
this
month.
book.
Oh
I
my
just
gosh.
You showed me the cover and I'm like, how do you even pick this book up?
It had so much hype on it. Everywhere I turned around, this book was like,
We
"Oh
have
my
such
gosh, you got to
different
read this
circles.
book.
I
You
have
got to read this."
never heard of this book.
Really? Wow. No, it's good. It's really good. It surprised me. What are they doing up there? I have no idea.
I
And
don't
then I
hear
got
it.
these on,
So
so I can't hear it. I turned the thing down because I think it was too high up. So
it
I turned
wasn't
it
catching it on
down.
my side.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I feel like before you were able to hear. So I'm like,
No.
hopefully, I don't know. Okay. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. We've
Oh,
been talking for
no.
an hour and a half.
This has been fun. It's
It's
been
because
good. It's been we haven't done any
we
of our
haven't had, yeah.
recording or anything. We haven't had any of our live reading sprints or anything. Like even if we can, maybe if we do like one reading sprint night or something. I did like the reading sprints.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
did too. When I've got like a book that I want to sit down and just read for a few hours and like knock it out
Maybe
and
we'll do
hold
that for our
ourselves.
arcs.
Yeah.
Maybe that's something that we can do for like reading our arcs. Maybe that's something we can like set aside time and do like a couple hours and say, all right, this is the book I'm reading. I'm reading my arc instead of, like one of the books that we're reading because we want to read those. These are the
Yeah.
books that we have to read. And then that way we hold ourselves accountable. I'm thankful that I have this one on my Kindle because I struggled because I had to take that book around everywhere. And I was like, man, I don't want to carry the book. I feel like I'm going to mess it up. But
Yeah.
now I have it on my Kindle, which makes it a lot easier because it can just go with me everywhere.
Like I
But
definitely
I
want to
did.
read this and like tab it and just
Mhm.
do all the things. I think I'm gonna love this book. I'm gonna pick up Babel. Like I'm excited.
I do want to read Babel. That's one that I definitely do want to read is Babel.
I just it is a thicken.
And I want to read The Poppy War. I
I
want to
We
read
want to
that
read that
series.
too. The new editions came out recently and they're pretty books.
Ooh.
They were
Ooh.
at
Okay.
BAM.
I haven't seen them.
They're
Yeah, I want
very
to read
pretty. Oh,
I
the
want to read
original
those.
covers are really pretty too, but the new ones are really
Mhm. Not me going into the app to see what they look like.
gorgeous. Yeah. I don't know.
That's why I said I
I'm
haven't
looking
done
at
any shopping.
upcoming releases and I think I've got a little bit of time before like things start getting crazy again. So the summer isn't a good publishing time. You get a couple
Mm-mm.
random ones, but like June, July, August usually aren't big
You don't
months.
get a lot. Mm-mm.
The new Riley Sager came out. I won't be reading it. Um,
I actually have it on my Libby. That was one of the books that came through. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll give it a try. That's the With a Vengeance.
yes.
I thought about trying. It's only 11 hours.
I just It's a historical train mystery thriller kind of thing. I'm out.
Okay.
Um,
6 people destroyed. Anna's family. 12 years later, she's ready for retribution. Hmm. I don't even know what it
um,
was. It just came up in my thing. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Tiffany D. Jackson just came out with Blood in the Water. It's a YA horror book. It says, "Get ready for the creepy beach read of the summer." So,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm kind
I've
of feeling
heard
vibes
mixed
on that.
reviews on that one.
Ye
I've heard
All of
mixed
her books are
reviews.
mixed reviews, almost always.
Hmm.
Um,
But no, there hasn't been a lot.
I'm looking ahead, and there's a bunch of thrillers come out in August, but they're just, like, low on my list that I'm not, like, crazy. Um,
I think I want to try and do a spooky. I know I want to read the Harry Potter books. I know that's not spooky, but I want to read those this fall. Maybe September if I can read those books. I am I have the second book in Hunger Games. So I read the first one. I have the second book I want to finish and then slowly make my way through those. Cuz I said I wanted to read Hunger Games series and I wanted to read the Harry Potter books. I've never read them.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I have a couple books that like I think the next book like I'm like, "Ooh, this is the one." Isn't until January of 2026 so far,
Ooh.
and it's the
Okay,
next
so not a lot.
Shauna McGuire. Um that's book 12 in the series that I've been reading.
Okay.
And then there's a Savage Blooms by S.T. Gibson, but she burned me. That's a Dowry of Blood, and then I picked up the Education of Malice. Such a
Mhm.
shitty book, and then I picked up her new book, Invocation. Such a shitty book. I just like and then I've got
Remind me of
another
another one.
one of those cozy mysteries, the murder mysteries, um, what the hell's the name of that?
Your
Shady
baby
Hollow
dragon
mystery.
one came out.
I know, I'm not reading that one.
You were so excited about reading it, and I
I
said, "Oh,
read the
here's
first one,
Caleb's
I'm not gonna
book."
read the second one.
Uh-huh.
Um, Another Shady Hollow mystery, book number 6 called Mockingbird Court. They're cute little murder mysteries. I have no reason to stop reading these books. They're
Mm.
like this one's actually 272 pages, so it's actually a pretty decent sized little murder mystery. But like they're always so fun. And so those are the kinds of
Mhm.
things I have. The second book in that Impossible Creatures, the new Harry Potter-esque children's book that I really liked last year is coming out in
Okay.
September. I'll pick that up, but like I'm not dying for it.
No, I haven't had any books really on my radar. Everything that I had was already came out.
We need to go through and like just get on a live like this and just start pulling up books like, "Ooh, I
Mhm.
see this out here," and just talk about them and put them on our list or whatever. There's just not a lot of overlap between you and me
Mm-mm. Nope.
because 'cause you're gonna be like, "Oh, look, another Mel Robbins book." Who gives a
I
shit?
would not. I would not. I do want to try and read the new Frida book. I mean, when a Frida book comes out, you just have
N
to read it. You
Somebody
just
posted
have
a
to read
review for
it.
the little novella, the short story one,
Uh-huh.
the inmate wedding no, the maid's wedding or whatever it was,
Mm.
housemaid's wedding,
I
and
didn't read that one.
she gave it 1 star and said, "This is entirely unnecessary." And I'm
She just
like,
didn't know what to write. And see,
"Damn."
I have this the tenant, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
I need to read the tenant.
I don't know that I wanna ever read one of her books, but I have to.
Mhm.
I can't keep shitting on this lady and not read any of her books.
You gotta read it. And I still want to read The Covenant of Water. I
That's
have
Snatchy Coats, isn't it? No.
who is Covenant of Water? Who is
Yeah.
Covenant of Water?
No. I don't remember.
Abraham Verghese?
Oh, I was way wrong.
It's on here. I keep seeing nothing but good things about it. And it was one of the Oprah books. I find I really like the Oprah books, but I said that I
Mm.
want to read it.
I read an interesting or I watched an interesting video clip on, um, Reese Witherspoon and how she went from being like, she's a famous actress and whatnot with a small, net worth to
Mhm.
because of her book club, she's almost a billionaire because what she did was,
Wow.
"Hey, I'm gonna use my platform to promote your books for authors that don't have a lot of weight behind them. What
Mhm.
I ask in return is that you give me the exclusive rights to the movie adaptations." And she's making all this money from,
Oh.
like she did Where the Crawdads Sing. She put
I
that movie up.
remember that one.
She did, I don't know, there's, like, 3 other books. I wanna say
I didn't know that.
there was one and it was just a couple years ago, it was during COVID, and so all these books are coming out, and she's just making buku money off of it because she got the
Mm-mm.
rights, and I can't say that they're all bad, but, like, I liked Where the Crawdads Sing.
Mhm.
I didn't watch the movie, but I'm I'm down with it. Good for her. I think she sounds like a decent, fun little
I
lady,
think I
and
like the other one. Read Jenna. I think I
oh,
like
Read with
Jenna's book
Jenna.
better. I think I like Jenna's book better.
Is that Jenny McCarthy? Is that who that is?
No, it's Read with Jenna.
Who the hell's
She
Jenna?
was the one of the news um Good Morning America or something like that.
Jenna. Oh, Jenna Bush Hager. That's really.
I I don't know her. I don't know her last name. I just know she has Read with Jenna for her book club. I like her books. I'm
Well,
finding
that's
myself liking hers over Reese.
George Bush's daughter.
Is it really?
Yeah, Jenna Bush Hager.
Is that really the right person I have?
Yeah, that's. I just looked it up.
Is that the person I'm reading her books?
Yeah, yeah. Book club called Read with Jenna when she was on the Today Show.
Oh, yep, sure is. I never knew what she looked like, but yeah, that's the one
I
I
didn't.
like her books.
Well, let's see what
I
her
didn't know that.
books are currently. If there's anything out here. Oh, she
July
did Parable of
is
the
happy.
Sower.
July is Happy Wife by
Ooh,
Meredith Lavender and Kendall Shores. Um, but I find I like her books.
I'm trying to find. How did you find that list? Oh, here we go.
I
Book
just
club.
went on Instagram.
Oh, she did the Leave the World Behind. I do want to read that one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, trying
Here
to
it
look at
is. Read
some of
with
these.
Jenna. Here it is. Read with Jenna. So here's her stuff. So she's did Happy Wife, A Family Matter. What else did she do?
Transcendent Kingdom by Yasi.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard good things about that author.
The Names. That was actually a book of the month book. The
I don't
Names.
recognize that one.
I remember seeing that one, I think, as a book of the month book. Um, this
Oh,
one.
she did Heartwood, and I have looked at that book
Mm-hmm.
because it looks really interesting to me. Why did I not pick it up?
The Dream Hotel.
Oh, is that with yeah, the Lila Lalami?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard good things about that.
That's why I said her books, I really seem to like. This is a Love Story is a book that she had that
Mhm.
was February. She did Good Dirt.
The Wedding People, just real fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's
At
why I
some point,
said,
she pushed July 2024 was All the Colors of the Dart.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And that's why I said I think with her and This Motherless Land by Nikki May. So a lot of her books are really good. I really find that I like her books.
Okay.
I
I
don't
like
really
that.
like Reese too much.
What is
I don't
Reese's?
really like Reese's books. Reese's Book Club.
Oh, that's what it's called, Reese's Book Club. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's
She
see
did
here.
have Isola, but she's got a lot of like more of the romance books. So The
Definitely.
Great Big Beautiful Life, she had that one.
And I think that was
Um,
truly just a pick so that she can get the movie rights because I don't see why that. But she's got Broken Country, Isola.
mm-hmm.
Hmm. Oh, she did a
That
Rainbow Rowell.
Anita DeMonte Last Laugh, that was a see a lot of her books end up being on Book of the Month.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she like knows that her books are through there. I don't know how that necessarily works, but she's got okay books, but I definitely find that I like the other books better under Jenna.
Interesting. I've got the older ones seem to be a lot more in line with what I would want to pick up. Um,
Mhm.
I didn't know she's been doing this since 20. Yeah, I guess it is since 2020.
Mhm. Cuz a
20
lot of people launch book clubs over COVID.
Yeah, 2019. Oh my god. 2018 was the first one she did.
That's
And
wild.
the fourth one she did was Where the Crawdads Sing, and I think that's where it just exploded.
Okay.
Now, I didn't
Yeah,
pick
I
up Where
didn't
the
know she
Crawdads
had that
Sing
many.
until 2020.
Let's see. But I know and I'm going to read the Wally book. Wally, the Lamb is Wally or something like that.
I don't know that one.
That was an Oprah book cuz I like her stuff too.
Yeah, Oprah's
Mm.
books, and same thing. I look at Oprah and RuPaul's book club because RuPaul does queer books,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always fun, but you got to pay for RuPaul's, and I hate that.
Oh.
Like, you don't have to. You can just
Mm.
go get the book. But if you sign up for RuPaul's monthly or quarterly, you get $1 for the first book and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm not. But like, July was King of Ashes
Mm-hmm.
and Hamnet. Um, like they had some other great books and collaborated with other book clubs to join in the community. I'm like, that's cool. What's Oprah's?
The River is Waiting is one of the ones that I want to read that came out recently.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's by Wally Lamb, I think is his
Oh,
name.
I see it there. Yeah, the river is
Mm-hmm.
waiting.
Yeah, I want to read that one. That's why I said I'm noticing that some of the book choices that I'm
Oh,
picking are
the
much
Empire
different than books that I
of
would have.
Gladness. I gotta pick that book up. It looks so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And it's actually, I have it in, I'm kind of thinking maybe to do one of those, um, I don't want to say like deeper books, but maybe pick up something like the book club picks, like a Oprah pick or something for
More
our poll.
meaningful, yeah.
Yeah, for maybe like our August read, because I've been thinking about what to do
Mm.
since the last book was not as good for me, and I don't know about this V.E. Schwab one. So I'm thinking for the poll, make them more like The River is Waiting as a book,
The
the
Jasmine Ward
Gladness book.
Let Us Descend looks really good.
Okay. So you'll have to send me some of the ones that you find interesting, and then we'll put those in for our poll for August.
Covering in the Waters on there. Hello Beautiful by Ann
Mm-hmm.
Napolitano. Um, Demon Copperhead. I've heard good things. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know.
That's why I said some of these celebrity ones are really good on some of the stuff that they have. But I find that I resonate more with Jenna and Oprah for their picks, where Reese seems to be more of the fluffy romance. I don't
Yeah.
know, but they seem to be more of that fluffy romance, and I don't really think I'm too keen on those.
No, it's nice to do here and there to just shake it up, but like I
Mm-hmm.
can't those oh, the book I was thinking of by Taneshi Coates is called The Water Dancer. It was a Oprah pick way back in the day. But
I've heard really great things about that one. I heard that you got to get past the first part of that book, and then the payoff on that is really good. I haven't read it myself, but I did hear that that one was really good.
yeah, we'll go through some things. We'll find something. Um I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a super popular book with the book club, but
Mm-hmm.
um they're not here. So I
Nope,
want to
it's
pick
just
something that
it's us.
we want to read too.
And then what we'll do is we'll also discuss on some of the changes that we want to make for book club. Because I know you said there's some things that you want to try and give a try, and I'm up for it.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna sign off here, but we're gonna launch back into the podcast next month ish, September
We're
ish, somewhere in
back,
there.
season 2.
We'll season two it, and we'll have more episodes. The next one, we'll do some video instead of just all audio, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll get back to it. And school will be starting, so like we'll have a little hiccups here and there. Maybe it's one episode a month for the first couple months, and then we ramp it up.
And then ramp it up.
We're gonna
Because
do what we can.
wintertime, nothing really happens in the wintertime. You're kind of just
Yeah.
stuck in the house because it's too cold here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Summertime, not the case. I'm never home.
No, no, especially us with the sport thing that we have going on, which is so funny
Is
because
he not done?
it's so well. We just signed him up for fall ball, so yep, he'll be
We
doing fall
start,
ball.
well, my son's doing preseason conditioning, so we're dropping them off there and they're like doing runs and hill climbs and stuff
Oh
like
my
that. And I'm
goodness.
like, I love it because we didn't do this
Mm-hmm.
before. But also his team is going to be different this year. So he's been on
Oh,
the same team for like 4 years, and that team is not going to be together this year. Um,
okay,
and so he's going to have a couple kids from that are going to be joining and playing up a year.
okay.
So it's going to be more challenging, and
That'll be
yeah,
good.
it'll be good.
That'll be good. I love it. All
So, all
right.
right.
Well, this was great. I'm glad we got a chance to catch up and talk about books and book club, all that kind of stuff. It was like a book talk and a book chat at the same time.
Exactly.
I loved it.
I always have a good time. So, all right. Well, then we'll sign off, and then I'm sure you'll hang around for a minute before you go check and see if they murdered each other upstairs.
No, I'm sure they're fine. I hear laughing, so we're all
Okay,
good.
good. All right. Well, then we'll sign off, and we'll say until next time.
Happy reading.
You didn't forget your cue.
Bye.
Good job.
I did it.
Bye.